Bonjour à tous, bienvenue à Cape Town. Welcome everybody, welcome to Cape Town. My English is not very good today because Don is here and because I'm so emotional to see Simon arriving first in Lanzarote, first in Cape Town. We are waiting for him here for a while. Bonjour à tous, comme je vous le disais, nous sommes très heureux de voir ici arriver, premier à Lanzarote, premier à Cape Town, Simon. Le voilà, après deux mois de solitude maintenant.
Don't make it look so easy.
Alors comme d'habitude, nous allons faire les photos, les vidéos en même temps. Donc par moment, nous ne parlerons pas pour vous laisser le temps de l'admirer et à nous de prendre les photos. Et je vous passe tout de suite Don McIntyre pour ses premières impressions en anglais.
Yeah, this is all good stuff. Simon, untouchable since Cape Finisterre. He's been leading all the way. Makes it look really easy. Just to recap, it's a Biscay 36. Really well prepared. Very secret process. Just keep it simple. It's one of the simplest boats in the fleet. Not very modified from original. And, just everything about it, just simple. To save weight and keep it easy to manage and less things to break and repair. We've got a few local boats here that come out to see him as well. We just made it to the line. He's probably about a few hundred metres from the line and looking very cool. I'm not sure the status of his halyards and stuff, but we'll ask him about that. He's got to do that, and we're yet to see his gash on his leg, and his head doesn't look too dented, eh? You know?
Sorry?
His head doesn't look too dented after going up the mast.
Non, c'est tout. Oui, parce qu'en fait, ce que je vous dirais, ce que je vous raconterai tout à l'heure, c'est qu'il a eu quelques soucis, s'est même blessé, et on vous dira ça tout à l'heure. Pour l'instant, on le regarde, et il a l'air comme à Lanzarote, super heureux.
And look at this, here's Table Mountain. We're on the wrong side to show you, but there you go, there's Ada and Table Mountain. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, Cape Town is one of the classic spots for anyone sailing around the world. This is a non-stop race, but we can certainly cruise through and drop off messages and letters and stuff, which is exactly what Matessia did when the first 1968 GGR was on, and that's why they're here. And it's a chance for them to take shelter and do repairs, and quite a few of them are going to do that. They've got little issues and barnacle issues, but looking at, you don't look like you got barnacles. Yeah. He's saying he's got a couple on the transom, but the bottom looks really clean. He'll be happy with that. So, but yeah, big problem, and you'll see that evolve. I'm just wondering, our audio might be a bit scratchy because we're streaming out into the red.
And I cannot check.
No, that's okay. Okay, so we're hoping that this is all going live and not too scratchy. But yeah, very impressed. The boat looks very slick. His sails look good. He looks ridiculously relaxed.
Exactly.
I'll tell you when you cross the line. It's the green buoy way off the port and the end of the breakwater here. Yeah, just you're crossing the line at 90 degrees. You're okay. You're going to anchor. Best spot's over there. Anchor over there. Either way, they're both okay. Yeah. Yeah, if you like, it might be easier because then you can. That's probably easier if you go and anchor. You know, if you just take your time, go in and anchor and settle, and then we'll come alongside and do an interview. Yeah, that's okay because it would have been the same. So yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Okay, so I've just given him approval because he's anchoring.
Can I have a girl demand?
A girl demand? Oh, yes.
The girl demand, if we can go this way to have the boat with the Table Mountain,
okay, yes.
It will be perfect.
Bon.
Alors on va essayer d'aller de l'autre côté pour voir les montagnes et pour voir, because it's so much beautiful to arrive to Cape Town with him on the other side. So, donc du coup, ce que je vous disais, c'est ce qu'il disait tout à l'heure en anglais à Don, c'est qu'il va se mettre à l'ancre parce qu'il a quelques réparations à faire. Et puis il faut, pour ceux d'entre vous qui n'ont pas complètement suivi, il faut que je vous raconte aussi. Il faut que je vous raconte aussi tout à l'heure.
No, he's just going to anchor. Yeah, he's going to anchor over in the bay. Okay, yeah. So, wow, there's Table Mountain. Yeah, we're just the little fan club. There's about 12 boats here from the club, from the Royal Cape Town Yacht Club, and we're in their rib at the moment, which is fantastic. They've been very supportive, and quite a view of Table Mountain. So all kind of cool. But I was just mentioning, I've given him a dispensation Normally when he crosses the line, and he's about to cross the line probably in 150 metres maybe, you have to approach with a full reef in the main and head sails off. Now he's going to do that anyway when he anchors, and then he'll be here for some time, so it's a bit it's okay. We don't see it as any competitive advantage, and there'll be a few others probably doing the same. Great views, and his boat does look good. I can't hear you. No, the one just here. You're about 100 metres, maybe 100 metres to go, and then you're across. Okay. It's not as if it's a finishing line, I should point out. There's no big trophy or prize to be here. It's a film drop, so the usual procedure is to run reef in the main. As soon as he crosses the line, drop the head sails, and then sail slowly for 20 minutes, and then we do the interview, then pick up their films and all that sort of stuff. In fact, he's going to be dropping head sails pretty close to the mark anyway. And then once that's done, they can continue sailing and carry on around to Hobart for the next film drop. But for this situation now, he's decided to anchor, which is allowed under the rules. No one can touch him, no one can give him anything. And while he's at anchor, he will check the bottom of the boat and look at getting up there to check the halyard situation with the mast and a few other little jobs as well. So that's the plan. But no idea how long he's going to be here though.
So, some French.
Yes.
Bon, je suis revenue, excusez-moi, c'est sur les petites pauses pour faire les photos. Alors ce que je vous disais à l'instant, c'est qu'il va s'arrêter, peut-être pour quelques heures. Nous allons l'interviewer une fois qu'il aura jeté l'ancre, parce que ça va être plus simple pour lui. Il a besoin de faire quelques travaux parce qu'il a eu des problèmes juste avant les îles de Cap-Vert. Je vous raconterai tout cela un peu plus tard, parce que là je dois encore faire des photos parce qu'il fait du travail avec les voiles. Mais je vais vous raconter parce que je ne sais pas si vous avez suivi, il a eu quelques soucis, il a réparé pas mal, c'est le bout qui mène les voiles, il était monté dans le mât, il a dû le réparer mais c'est encore pas fixé. Attendez, je fais une photo. Don't I need to take a picture?
Yes. So, yep, all looking good. So he's actually just about to cross the line now, so he's doing the right thing anyway, so it's the same deal. He's going to come into this bay and round up and anchor somewhere. Although I can't see an anchor there at the moment. Maybe he's got one there ready to go. So all very cool. And yeah, the bottom is absolutely clean. So have you got your anchor out? Oh, anchor but no rope. Oh, that'll be fun. So anyway, it's not a lee shore. He's sailing up into it from here. So this Granger Bay, we're actually staying here in an apartment at Granger Bay, and then there's the... yes, you're across the line for about 80 metres, but it's not a finishing line, so I'm not going to go whoop whoop. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're across the line. So now you're wasting your time, you know. Yes. So what you see there, that big thing sticking up the back with the propeller on the transom, is a hydro generator. For those that aren't familiar with all the yachting things, I know there's a huge number of non-sailors now following the race, which is amazing, and always grateful. That propeller spins, makes electricity, powers up for the radios and things on the boat. There's a little black dot on the same corner, which is the Walker towing log, but the towing line isn't on. And then there's the wind vane self-steering gear, and that other white thing sticking up on the rail is a radar transponder. The ship's radar hits it, it sends back a super strong signal to make the boat look a lot bigger, and it's a safety device for solo sailors. And then there's the tracking device on the back as well, little straight hockey puck there. That's the tracker. And that's about it. But some interesting things. This boat has nothing coming back to the cockpit, like there's a mast. Simon has to go forward to the mast to do all the mainsail handling for reefing and stuff. And even his winches, he's only got 2 winches in the cockpit, and they're the original smaller ones. It saves weight, it's simple, they're good enough. You'll see some of the other boats got massive winches and everything's back to the cockpit, which is a more comfortable way to do it. It's the way I'd do it, because I'm an old guy. But anyway, it's quite a simple, well-prepared boat.
Yeah, I would say the same in French. Alors, ce que Don vous a expliqué, et c'est très intéressant, c'est que ce bateau n'est pas le plus rapide de la flotte. Ce n'est pas prévu pour qu'il soit. Il y a des bateaux comme celui de Christin qui sont beaucoup plus rapides. Celui-ci a des voiles qui sont des voiles de course, qui sont des voiles qui ont été préparées spécialement. Il a aussi à bord un skipper qui est un très bon navigateur, qui connaît bien ses voiles. Il a fini, je vous le rappelle, deuxième de la Mini Transat. Donc Simon Curwen est quelqu'un qui s'y connaît en voile. Ce n'est pas une surprise qu'il soit en tête de la course depuis le Cap Finistère, qu'il le soit toujours. Alors ici, il doit faire quelques réparations, mais le bateau semble pas mal. Il n'a pas l'air d'avoir trop de barnacles. Et puis ce que nous disait Dawn tout à l'heure, c'est que si vous regardez à l'arrière du bateau, si vous regardez la manière dont il a préparé son bateau, c'est qu'il l'a gardé dans l'esprit des années 70, il l'a gardé simple. Vous avez pour le winch, je vais prononcer en anglais parce que finalement je connais les termes de navigation plus en anglais. Les winches sont des petites, simples, il ne les a pas changées pour ne pas alourdir le bateau. Si vous regardez son mât, la barre de flèche, généralement aujourd'hui vous en avez deux. Et beaucoup de navigateurs de la GGR ont mis un mât avec deux barres de flèche, ce qui rend le mât plus solide peut-être, mais en tout cas plus lourd. Simon a fait le choix de le laisser comme ça et c'est assez rare que vous voyez un mât avec une seule barre de flèche. Je vous en dirai un peu plus. Normalement, il peut être aussi solide que les autres, on va voir. Donc c'est un peu ce que nous disait Dawn tout à l'heure sur ce bateau, sur le côté un peu technique de ce bateau. Et puis Simon nous dira tout à l'heure en anglais et en français un peu plus sur comment s'est passé son voyage. Il s'est vraiment blessé parce que ce que je disais tout à l'heure, c'est qu'en fait il est monté au mât. Son siège s'est bloqué au milieu du mât et vous voyez la hauteur du mât et donc du coup une fois que le siège était bloqué, il a dû le débloquer et descendre à la force des bras.
He just apologised for the pollution because he's blowing a bit of smoke because the engine doesn't get reused very often.
Il s'excuse pour la pollution. Donc il a dû couper le siège, et il a dû descendre à la force des bras. Ça bougeait beaucoup, il est tombé, il s'est blessé à la jambe et il y a eu pas mal d'estimose. Donc il nous en dira un peu plus tout à l'heure. Moi je retourne à mes photos et je vous laisse en compagnie de Dawn McIntyre.
Should introduce our crew. Rian's doing some extra videos and photos for us here. Rian's got a Lalo 34 he's building. I'm now losing control of the gimbal here. We've got Peter here. Peter's another crazy traveller sailor. Both of them were in both of them were in Les Sables d'Olonne at the start, and over here we've got Eve and then our driver from we're going to try to turn the gimbal around here. Eve here, one of the big fans of the GGR, and Jeremy, and our driver from the Royal Cape Yacht Club. It's a big rib. It's about nearly 9 metres, so it's kind of cool.
And who's all this yacht?
These are all from the club. Some of them they've been out sailing and come to welcome Simon in. We're expecting a huge crew for Kirsten later on, but it's always good to see these boats. We've got all sorts. It's a pretty nice place, Cape Town, eh? It's really quite surprising. Last time I was here was in 2000. I sailed here in 1990 in the BOC Challenge, but it's changed a lot in the last 20 years. So anyway, here he goes, putting his sails down, and then he'll kick the anchor over the side. So he's flying his Globe Yacht Club Burgee on the backstay there. If you're wondering what that ladder is going up the backstay, that's the HF single sideband radio antenna. You've got to keep the aerial away from the wire rigging, otherwise you lose a lot of performance. And if you look up the top, there's an insulator on there as well. The HF radio is really integral to the performance of it's the only communication system they've got really. The satellite phones are only used for race control and media. They can't ring family and friends, but they can use the radio to link up with shore stations and have a chat with people and get weather forecasts and so on. So.
And we cannot check if our live is working properly because we are at sea. Yes. But we should say hello to Claire and Nikki, who are certainly watching us.
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
Yes. Claire is, in fact, it's not Claire, it's CLARA.
CLARA.
Because the name of the boat is CLARA.
I try to say it in English.
Howden's is the sponsor. It's an environmentally aware kitchen manufacturer, I believe, doing kitchens and manufactured production kitchens and stuff like that. So, and Simon only got Howden's right at the last minute, in the last few weeks before departure. So there was a few rush jobs of getting things done on spinnakers and sails. All that sort of stuff. He was certainly happy to get the sponsor. CLARA is also his wife, and Nikki, his daughter. Both Nikki's a big-time sailor in minis in the past, mini 650s, and Simon himself is also he came second in the mini Transat of 2002, I think it was. Anyway, he's very much a quiet, confident performance sailor, and I think the biggest reason he's out here is he's got a couple of key secrets. One of them is he knows how to trim sails, okay, sail shape and trimming, because he's a racing guy. Secondly, he's prepared the boat, kept it simple and relatively light for the heavy displacement boats that they are. Easy to operate, yeah, and he's determined, and so it's amazing to see him up the front here, because on paper this boat may not be as fast normally as I hate to say it, as a Russell 36 or whatever. I mean, nothing wrong with it, it's not a slow boat for sure, but it's being driven by a good skipper. Okay, I think we can pull up alongside if we want. Now, no one else can touch his boat, but we, as the race committee boat, we can come alongside and have a chat. That's completely legal. We don't take anything off the boat. We don't touch Simon. The only thing we're grabbing is the letters and film tapes and stuff. So I'll just, if you hang on to that, Ada, while I grab the boat here. Sorry? No, it's a big river. We'll just hang on. We'll just hang on. Come on. Okay. Fantastic. Radio.
Alors autour de nous, les bateaux que vous voyez sont des gens du Yacht Club ici à Cap Town, du Royal Yacht Club, qui sont venus le saluer.
Ah, that's not so clever. You need to be on the other side. Or should I get down?
Can we move on to the other side?
Yeah, I've just got that big fiberglass thing on the other side.
Okay, I'll tell you what. That's okay. Just go back a bit and we'll just stick to the bow then. Just to get the sun. Otherwise, yeah, thanks. We'll be back, darling. Yes. Got a bit of time, the pressure's off now, so we can just squidge onto the other side here. I'm going to just stick the bow up. Around. Thank you. Okay. Alright, table mountain shot. Ooh, beautiful. So, anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's quite a few yachts here, which is great. So, that's cool. Oh, yeah. So this is the V&A waterfront over here. There's all the big developments, big shopping developments and accommodation and stuff. Lots going on. Yeah. Are you going to come stern too on that, or on the stern quarter? Yeah, perfect. Yep. No, that's perfect. Come this way. Here. Rightio. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah, if we just. The wind will push us over anyway, maybe before he goes. So how's it feel? Good to see you. We'll be there with the mic in a minute. How are you feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah. The big question, the dings and the bings and the bruises and the gouges from going up the mast.
That's the big one. That's all that's left.
It's all repaired now?
Yeah, except for that one, but that's going. All the rest is all pretty much sorted.
Yep.
So I'm going to go and do it again.
Okay. Yeah. So how are you feeling? You know you're first, eh? In front.
Somebody told me out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what we can tell you is, because we can tell you anything now. You've got Kirsten and Tapio are neck and neck, but they won't be here until Tuesday midday-ish.
Okay.
Okay. So you got a couple of days on that, and then Pat will come in probably a day later. So on the Wednesday afternoon. And then it's Abelish and Damien. Abish, Damien, and actually also Captain Goog, Michael Goog. Oh, they're probably another day behind.
Yeah.
Damien's been coming down like crazy, and poor old Abelish got stuck in a hole, lost about 3 days, and everyone just floated. He was right up there. He was right alongside. Tapio, up until till 4 or 5 days ago, and he got caught in the centre of a little one and just sat.
Where was that? I mean, because
Oh, sorry, I'm not looking at you. That was it was only literally 5 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay, so it's coming into that into the Santa Elena High.
Yeah, I mean it's all been squashed up. You wouldn't have seen it, but it's squashed up, separated into 2 different sections.
Yeah.
It's not, at one stage it was a huge South Atlantic high. It was perfect, and then it just all got funny. And it's still funny. I mean, there's challenges for everyone. You've been really lucky. Oh, I shouldn't say that. With the weather. No, I mean with the. At one stage, it looks like you made a huge boo-boo going north, you know, Kirsten dipped south, and I was predicting, Kirsten might now nail you at Cape Town, but it worked out perfect because the weather just kept
I only went
easterly.
down. I picked up a forecast off a ship
Yeah,
who promised me some southwesterlies coming in,
yeah,
and so I didn't worry about the fact that I was being headed. It was just as I think I was coming out of Santa Elena High. I thought, well, the southwest is coming in. I'll come back up again, no problem.
yeah, yeah.
But then I put in a tack overnight and did 70 miles south
Yeah.
and got back into the main.
So you've got great skill. You weren't lucky at all.
I haven't a
But you've
clue what was going on out there.
I know that's part of the deal, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, it's been very impressive. So you've done extremely well. So how's the? Where's your scar? I'm not trying to look up your pants.
That's the only one that's left.
That's not so
that was
bad.
quite a deep one, but that's 4 weeks ago. The rest are all gone.
Yeah. So you want to describe what happened going up the mast exactly? Like,
No,
or coming down, I should say.
Well, the coming down was that I've been up there for probably the best part of an hour trying to feed the. I got a shackle pin, but it was too big to really get over there, and you can't quite get to the top of the mast, and you're being bashed around all over the place. And eventually, I got it in and fed it all down. But then, me and the seat got a bit sort of parted.
Yeah. Everyone's saying, "What? You can't afford a decent bosun's chair? You're crazy."
Yeah.
That was the
So,
comments.
halfway, well, a third of the way down, the bosun's chair ended up under my armpits, and I couldn't get. So in the end, I sort of cut myself out and climbed down the halyards.
Okay.
But I mean, the problem was that it was a huge swell. So
Yeah.
and I haven't got steps on the mast,
Listen.
which would be nice. But
You speak French, so we're going to do a joint back and forwards,
Okay.
back and forwards with Ada.
But
so you
I
can-
will don't ask any question in French until you don't watch me, because I can never have your eyes in my picture. I need your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, ready to go. Alors nous allons parler un petit peu français aussi, Simone. Si tu te rappelles le français.
oui, un peu plus que
peu.
la dernière fois. Oui.
Bon, parce que tu nous as tous impressionnés, évidemment, tu le sais, avec ton parcours, premier depuis le Cap Finistère, toujours en tête de la course. Nous avons été inquiets pour toi lorsque tu as eu des problèmes avec les cordes, avec le mât. Et on voudrait savoir justement, c'est un peu ce que tu disais en anglais à Don, qu'est-ce qu'il s'est passé juste avant les Cap Verts, juste avant les îles Trinidad?
Juste avant le Cap Vert, en fait, c'était un peu après ça qu'effectivement l'adresse du Génois c'est parti et puis bon, le voile est descendu. L'adresse c'est celui-là, cassé en deux. Et
C'est celle-ci, la noire?
non, c'est la jaune que je vais réutiliser, mais il faut que je vois pourquoi ça s'est bimé aussi vite que ça. Parce que c'est un drisse tout neuf. Bon, après ça, j'avais pas la possibilité de l'utiliser, le Génois, qui est le voile qu'on utilise en permanence. Et tout ce qui me restait, c'est le petit staysail qui est trop petit pour ces vagues et tout ça. Et un Génois très léger que j'ai beaucoup utilisé, beaucoup abîmé. J'ai utilisé en 25 nœuds. Il est fait pour 10 à 15 nœuds.
Ah oui.
Bon, ce que j'ai utilisé depuis ça. Et en plus, après, j'ai utilisé, quand j'ai redescendu un peu la bordel que j'ai fait, j'ai utilisé le drisse du SPI pour envoyer le Génois. Et ça a marché pendant 2 jours. Et puis après, le petit fil que j'ai descendu dans le mât pour refaire le drisse a fait le tour du... et on le voit en haut. Il a fait tout le tour du Génois. Et maintenant, je ne peux plus descendre le Génois, je ne peux plus enferler. Et bon, là, c'était mort.
Ouais.
Donc maintenant, je dois remonter, couper tout ce qui est en haut, remettre le drisse jaune, et puis en principe, repartir.
Donc c'est pour cette raison-là que tu t'es mis à l'ancre aujourd'hui en arrivant ici à Cap Town.
Oui,
c'est pour essayer
c'est
de
ça.
réparer.
Je vais monter maintenant, voilà, presque tout de suite. Et
Quand on va te laisser tranquille.
J'espère que ça passe mieux que la dernière fois.
Ouais.
Et bon.
Et tu penses rester combien de temps? Quelques heures?
Quelques heures, ouais.
Ouais. Et puis sinon, ça te fait quoi d'être premier? Toujours premier?
Ah, ça me fait très bien ça. C'est super. Parce qu'en fait, j'ai pas eu de communication du tout avec les autres depuis 3-4 semaines. Je ne sais pas où ils sont sur le réseau. Moi, j'arrive pas à envoyer des messages, mais jusqu'à il y a 3 semaines, 4 semaines, j'entendais quand même le discours entre eux. Et c'était sympa, mais depuis 4 semaines, je suis toute seule avec les oiseaux.
En fait, nous, on peut te dire que tu n'es pas tout seul. Parce que sur Internet, on est tous red dingues de ta course, on te suit et tu n'as pas idée du nombre de personnes qui te suivent en France et aussi en Angleterre.
C'est super de savoir ça.
Oui, et puis ta famille, tout le monde est à fond derrière toi.
Super.
Okay, back to some proper language. So tell us what's gone right and what's gone wrong. What's gone right with the boat?
Well, what's
And
gone
you.
right is that basically the boat. I mean, the conditions haven't been too bad. We've just done an awful lot of upwind sailing in a lot of waves. Well, in waves. I think we're going to see bigger waves to come. So the boat has just kept going and eats up the miles, and I'm on pretty good form. Mended from the little trip up the mast, but otherwise on good form. I've kept well, eating well, drinking well, sleeping well, except last night.
Except last night.
Yeah, last night was a bit of a mare because the wind was backing, and I thought I was going to end up down in Windhoek or somewhere like that.
Yeah.
And so I kept just trying to squeeze her up, and then this middle of the night the wind got up to something like 30-35 knots.
Yeah.
With my lightweight Genoa, so that had to come down, and the staysail went up, and the reefs had to go out, and then there were about 20 operations.
So you've been sailing. You've been sailing.
I've been sailing.
You caught us out. You were doing 1.2 knots for a while there this morning.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, it's gone calm. So and then all of a sudden, you're on the way.
Yeah, the
Mad
1.2
panic.
knots. I hadn't got any sails up, and I was just drifting and doing a few jobs on the boat because there was no wind at all. And then and you're obviously having a good lunch because I kept calling you on the radio.
No, we're inside the basin. We're inside the basin around the corner.
Okay.
So we
No
figured
reception.
we'd get that. But anyway, we're here in time, so that's the main thing.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And I had
thanks for coming.
fantastic reception of all these boats.
So-
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So what's we know you've had problems like everyone else, little ones. But what's anything you would have changed in the preparation of the boat?
Am I drifting, by the way?
You were
Yeah.
drifting. Yeah.
Check a bit more scope out.
Yeah.
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 I just did.
Yes. It's important not to drift.
Check a bit out.
Rope, I didn't put a chain out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad someone was watching that. So, yeah. Okay. Give it heaps. Don't let it go. He's come to the end of the rope. That'll be the mandatory 60 metres, I think.
No, that's just a lightweight one.
Oh, okay.
The other one's just...
Okay.
Right.
Hopefully that's
yeah.
it. So,
So that's all going well. What's going badly is obviously the problems with the sails, which has limited the wardrobe. I've been lucky with the weather in that it hasn't handicapped as much as it might have. But of course, once the spinnaker halyard gone, then I've got no spinnaker either.
so tell me, you got 2 Genoa halyards and 2 staysail halyards, or just
I've got 1 staysail halyard, 2 Genoa, and 1 spinnaker.
cheapers?
Why?
That's okay. No, everyone was asking the questions, so that's
So
cool.
I've now got the spinnaker halyard stuck up there, the Genoa halyard stuck up there, and all I've got left is the second Genoa halyard on the inner forestay,
Yeah.
and the staysail halyard. That's
Yep.
all that's working now.
That's it. How many sails you got in total? How many sails?
I think it's 1 less than the maximum, whatever that is.
Okay.
So there's the storm sails, there's 3 head sails, 3 spinnakers, and the main.
Yeah. Okay. So, and your barnacles are okay. You got nothing on the bottom, just
That's
a bit
good.
on the hull.
There's a bit on the hull, is
A
there?
bit on the the overhang of the hull.
Okay.
It's under just they're in the water when you're sailing, but not when you're sitting here. So
Oh,
you
okay.
can see them down the bottom.
Yeah, I can't see any of the hull, but
Yeah. So exactly what's the jobs you got to do now? Obviously the mast and halyards and stuff.
I mean, the
Anything
mast and
else?
halyards are the main things, and
Yeah.
I was going to do a few other things, but actually that's what I was doing when I was doing 1.2 knots out there when there was no wind. I've
Yeah.
got most of those bits done. Just wanted
Yeah.
to check all the other halyards, so I've taken down the staysail, checked that. The main halyard was a bit worn, so I've got that off and
Yeah.
done that. I don't know what's causing all the chafe at the top. Maybe standards. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm pushing too hard.
Oh well, that's interesting. And so everyone will be into anti-fouling paint. It's the new topic of conversation.
Oh, is it?
Well, oh yeah, there's some big
I-
problems with people down the back end.
Oh, I heard
Um,
Jeremy was talking about.
Jeremy's got problems. Guy actually was virtually going to retire from the race, and heading for Punta, but had second thoughts, and now he's back in the game and heading this way, but he's way behind.
Okay.
Big barnacles. And so, what paint have you got on, and what's
it's-
the application, and when did you put it on?
It's a Nautix paint. I think it's called A9000, but you've got the details of it, I think.
Yeah.
It was Nautix, who a local company to me, and they. I mean, it's one of their standard specifications, but I guess it's a bit top of the range.
Yeah. Is it hard or soft?
It's eroding, but quite hard.
Ablative. Yeah. And how many layers?
Loads.
Loads. What, 5?
No. So it had a load put on when she had her total refit,
Yeah.
and then we put on as much again, and hardly any of the.
How many's the
original.
load?
Well, it was more. How many? It was 7.5 litres each time.
So.
Yeah.
So, what was that? 3 or 4 coats?
It was just continuous spraying around.
Oh, spray.
So
Oh, yeah,
spray on spray.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's quite nice.
Well, that's cool. And when did you apply the last coat?
Last coat was just before
Just
she
before the
went
start.
in.
Yeah.
And before I came down to
Yeah. You got some fans waving in the background. You better say good day.
Come to stop me running a grad.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, this is very much Cape Town's very much around the world port. You know, everyone sort of
yeah.
follows the races and
Oh,
stuff.
it's amazing the reception.
Yeah, really cool. So that's good. They're disappointed you can't go ashore and have a beer, of course.
Yeah.
And be warned, if you're still here tonight and the wind goes offshore, there's a lot of good restaurants in there.
I know. I better be going.
yeah. Okay, so
Am I still drifting? Does anybody watching?
So what are you missing? It's the usual question. Anything? You're into the routine now? It's just life at sea.
I mean, it's life at sea. I'm interested to see what happens around the corner because, of course, that's all new to me.
Yeah.
Missing friends and family, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And I haven't bought enough books, and I've run out of gherkins, cornichon.
No.
So there are a few things that are.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you can send a personal message to Clara if you like. There's not many people watching. So anyway, yeah.
Yes, Claire, you didn't pack me enough gherkins.
Yeah.
She hates them. She hates them.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's cool. And all right, so you're looking pretty good, eh? Life down below, no real leaks or anything.
No, I've got leaks around the chain plates also.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, this was leaking like a sieve.
Yeah.
Got some leaks.
That's the
through
hatch. The hatch is leaking like a sieve.
Just the hinge.
Oh,
For
the
some
hinge.
reason.
Yeah.
Probably the person who applied it.
Yeah.
A few of the tow rail bungs were leaking inside. They obviously had been for 46 years, but
Yeah.
you don't really notice until you start sailing it and living on board.
Yeah. So
I've been doing quite a lot of epoxy and stuff like that.
yeah. Okay. So you're absolutely. I remember when I got here in the BOC, I thought, wow, I'm a BOC sailor. Do you feel like a GGR sailor now?
I haven't actually been around any capes yet.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So that's the next one.
Yeah.
So what's your emotion in terms of the next leg? You know, this is the big one, you might say, going into the Southern Ocean. How do you feel about it? You know, what do you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready for it. I mean, it's what we've been sort of preparing for mentally. Whether we're really prepared is another matter, and I guess it depends what we get.
Yeah. Too true.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good break.
So I'm just slightly disappointed. I'm a week behind schedule, and I'm slightly worried that my friend who's coming out to see me in Hobart might be tied up in Christmas by the time I get there.
Yeah. Everyone's about a good week or more behind where we all thought it'd be.
Yeah.
And
Well, it was that little trip we did down south.
yeah, lots of different ones. Getting an honour roll back here. People are cruising past one at a time. All the boats coming through, just to give them a quick plug, going round in circles coming through. So that's kind of cool. It's a Sunday.
Your water, Simon?
My water,
yes.
it's good.
Ah.
So I started with a system where I had the main tank has 220 litres, and then I had 100 litres in cans. And I was going to use the litres, the cans, so that I can then fill those with rainwater so as not to mix it. But in fact, I've still got 40 litres in the can left and haven't touched so I've only really used 60 litres of water. So I've now swapped the system round. I've put the 40 litres in spare, and I'm going to use the tank, and then I know I've got that as a reserve and catch rain. I haven't had to yet, but hasn't been much rain.
Are you already missing fresh food?
I was missing that day too.
Would you say he's lost a little bit of weight, or just more
I
muscle?
don't think I have. I've been
No,
eating.
you're about the
No, you
same.
look
I've been
great.
eating like a horse.
I can detect a little bit, but I think it's just toned into muscle. Like, anyway.
I'm not sure there's much muscle.
So what about, without going into intimate details, what about personal hygiene? What are you doing there for keep it wash and all that sort of stuff if you're not using water? People want to know.
Seawater.
Seawater.
I was told I was very tired looking and a bit bedraggled at the last stop, so I had washed my hair, had a bit of a shower yesterday in salt water.
You need some more conditioner, Simon, because it's a bit dry.
It's a problem with washing it in salt water.
Ah, boy. Okay. Well, you've nearly nailed Bernard Matessia. You're the first one. He's not far away from you at the moment.
Yeah, he's still 4 days ahead, 3-4 days ahead, but that's the 3-4 days because he picked his start date for a nice weather going through Biscay.
Yeah. No, we started him on the tracker at the same time you guys did. So
But I think he's about 3 days ahead of me.
Yeah. Just down around the corner.
But he's round the corner bending bowsprits at the moment. So.
Yep, that's exactly right. Lucky you don't have one.
So I'll be catching him up a bit.
Yeah. You want to do a French?
Yeah, can I just
Absolutely.
ask a few questions about how it is to go to the Southern Ocean, all that stuff? On va retourner en français, ce qui veut bien, Simon. Est-ce que c'est la première fois dans la mer du Sud pour toi?
Oui, à part quelques plages autour d'ici il y a 35 ans. Oui, c'est la première fois dans le Sud. Et oui,
on dit un peu que c'est à partir d'ici que commence le...
Oui, c'est vrai. On a fait le parcours de prologue maintenant, et maintenant ça commence. Soi-disant, en 68, il y a 2 bateaux le Galway Blazer et celui de Loïc Fougeron qui ne sont pas arrivés. Et la dernière fois, il y avait aussi le Norvégien qui, disons qu'on peut avoir des problèmes, des sacrés problèmes ici.
Oui, autour du...
Mais oui, c'est vrai que maintenant, ça commence.
Tu as l'air super impatient en tout cas.
Ouais,
Tu as l'air impatient d'y aller.
Oui. En fait, je suis très impatient parce que pour l'instant, il y a un peu de vent de l'ouest. Et après, ça va retourner dans le sud-est. Et pour passer dans le sud-est, ça sera encore du près pendant des jours. Et bon.
Et c'est pas trop dur, Simon. Même quand on est premier et qu'on est content, c'est pas physiquement trop difficile cette course?
Jusqu'à maintenant, non. Ça n'a pas été trop difficile parce qu'on a eu des temps pas trop vigoureux. On a eu quelques coups de 35 nœuds, mais pas plus que ça. Ça va changer quand on prend le virage à gauche.
Et puis je vais te demander en français aussi, comme te l'a demandé Don en anglais, qu'est-ce qui te manque le plus depuis ton départ? Donc tu es parti le 4 septembre, c'était il y a 2 mois.
C'est les seuls contacts que j'ai eus, c'est avec quelques bateaux de cargo. J'ai pas eu contact avec la famille, des amis, ni avec les concurrents, qui est dommage. Ça c'est ma faute parce que j'ai fait une mauvaise installation du poste.
Et tu arrives quand même à t'occuper, à ne pas te sentir trop isolé, trop seul?
Ouais. J'ai lu presque tous les livres, mais heureusement je ne m'appelle plus les livres. Je vais relire les mêmes livres.
Oui, alors tu vas écrire les tiens.
Oui, c'est vrai. Ouais.
Donc tu es impatient de réparer, on te retarde un peu maintenant. Hein?
Oui, c'est surtout le vent qui m'inquiète. C'est un vent qui est super maintenant.
C'est vrai, donc en fait ce que tu veux faire, c'est finir le plus vite ici et t'en aller tant que
et puis je peux même finir le reste.
Tu penses toujours à ta pieu et Kirsten derrière et pas
Oui, bien sûr. C'est une course.
He's just thinking about he has a good wind. He would like to fix his problem and go with this wind.
Yeah.
It changes, the wind changes.
Yeah.
The wind changes.
Yeah.
I think there's some quite
You know.
strong southeasterlies coming up.
Okay,
into the
we
coast.
take the hint. We can take the hint. It is a race, and the other guys are catching you right now. I hate to tell you
Yeah,
that.
they are,
You know,
yeah.
they're streaming towards you at 5 knots.
all that time I was sitting out there doing 1.2 knots and wondering whether to turn the
Absolutely, it's pretty cool. You know, you're doing an amazing job. So congratulations, well done. Keep it up. Good
Thank you,
luck
Don.
and all that
Thanks.
sort of stuff. Anything else you want to sign off with before we?
Can I give you any packages?
Yes, we better get that. We got to get tapes and any letters you've got and stuff. You know.
Yeah, I'm afraid I didn't bring any envelopes or any stamps.
That's all right. We won't
So
read them.
there's-
They've got to be opened anyway. Yep, that's cool.
Card
You
and
can hang.
letters.
Oh, Eve, can you hang on to them for us?
I've been
Thank you very
using up
much.
my old charts that I never want to see again.
So your navigation's cool.
Navigation's fine. Yeah,
How many log lines you got left?
I've got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled it up when I was drifting around, and it
Ah.
gets caught around the.
C-
But yeah, there was one of the. Is it Malamatics?
Yeah.
I was really interested in it for about 2 days.
Okay. Kirsten just lost a couple in one day, I think.
Oh, really?
She went through, saw a lot of sharks and bits and pieces, and
Oh, really?
someone gobbed them, so she got one left. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
5 left.
Yeah. Okay. All good. Yep. Okay. So
Sorry.
yeah.
Ask your question.
Yes. No. I was just
My
about to sign
question
off.
is just when you finish.
Go on, quick. I've nearly finished.
Is that in the rules of the race that we all take a selfie with Simon here? Or
Yes, we
we
can
are
all
allowed
take a
to
selfie
not?
with Simon.
Or
Yeah, but
we
you
can't?
can't. You guys are not supposed to touch the boat, but you know.
We don't touch the boat,
We can
we-
stand here and do a selfie. Okay, so you sit there, Simon, and we'll just. Okay, we've never done a selfie before. What's going on? What's going on?
Because it doesn't have the table mounted
Don't
before.
touch the rib. No, don't
We
touch
don't
the
touch.
rib. Simon's sitting on the side there. Everyone can see the camera. Everyone can see the camera. Hang on.
Where am
Okay.
I?
okay. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Perfect. Look, I can prove it. He didn't touch the boat. Look, we were separate here. Everyone's
No
going to be saying,
footmarks.
what's going on, you know. So, okay. Well, I'll give you a cyber shake of your hand, eh? Well done. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very good. And yeah, we'll be following with great interest. Look forward to seeing you in Hobart. You know, so sail
That'd
safe.
be great. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be really good. So
Before Christmas.
yeah, absolutely. Oh yes, absolutely. You have to be. You know,
Oh,
you'll be
going to
quicker
mess
than
up
that.
the Sydney Hobart race.
That'll be fun. Yeah, we got the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania as our rib supplier. Then hope,
yeah.
and,
Right,
but
I don't think
except
you'll-
unless there's other races on, so then we'll be swimming out. So,
yeah.
but they're a great club as well.
Did you notice he's speaking with you and he's watching left and right about his wind?
Absolutely,
No,
he wants to get
I'm
going.
worried about running a short
Yeah,
Ah,
no,
that's
that's
right.
pretty good at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, we understand
I
totally.
don't know.
And your time's up.
Do
You
you
can
think I'm
hoist.
still drifting?
Yeah, when
think
we
I'm
get off,
okay
it
now?
might be less. So anyway,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
see.
See you this Christmas.
All right, good job, eh? So
Thank you.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Keep it up, and we'll see you soon.
See you in 6 weeks.
Okay, we'll do a few donuts. You just carry on, and we'll do a final goodbye.
Excellent.
Okay, good luck, eh? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, bravo.
Well done.
Yep. We just do a couple of slow circles. Really. Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, that was good.
Huh?
That was good. What do you think?
What
do
I'm
you think?
thinking?
Yes.
I'm wondering every 2 seconds, is that live working? Do we have sound? Because we don't have here internet, so we don't have internet. I cannot check. I mean, I don't has internet, but I cannot check to see if everything is okay.
Yes.
So I hope it is, and if it isn't, at least I hope you could enjoy to see Simon here in Cape Town.
Well, we should thank Jane for all the top technical
Oh,
instruction. Top technical
No,
instruction from Jane.
first of all, we need to say how hopeless we are, Don and I, without Jane, because unfortunately Jane couldn't got the visa. She's still Chinese, and she doesn't have the visa for South Africa. We knew it just 2 days before before I left here, and we are very, very helpless without her. But she's on the phone every morning to give us instruction.
Yes.
And Jane, we miss you.
Yes. Okay, that was meant to be a short one. Okay, so yeah, Biscay 36. What else do we need to talk about the boat? High vane, wind vane. His sails are good. I got to say, now I can give my personal opinions, not GGR opinions. I'm really surprised he's only got one Spinnaker halyard, one Genoa halyard, and two Staso halyards. That's. I think no. Did he have 2 Genoa halliards? I have to replay it. Now.
I think he said he put a small one at one stage.
Yeah. And
But
that's.
he said this one is broke because it was a short one for only 10 knots,
Yeah.
and he put it on 25, so now it's completely used.
And I know why he's doing it to save weight, because he went. I didn't explain. I think Ada explained it in French, but he's got a single spreader rig. If you look at you won't be able to see the standing rigging anyway. But most of the boats you'll see they change their single spreader rigs into twin spreaders. Simon's got a brand new mast, and the engineers and the designers said this is a lot better. It'll save a lot of weight, and it's all okay. So he's gone with that, and it's quite. He's trying to save weight a lot because that assists the power of the boat. The less weight, and that's why he's chosen his halyard layout the way he has. Because if I was doing this race, I'm from the old school, and I wouldn't be winning, but I would have 2 Spinnaker halyards, 2 Genoa halyards, and 2 Staysail halyards, which is what I did 30 years ago, and never broke one of them, so I probably had too many. But anyway, that's life. So, because it is pretty radical, if you have one halyard of something and you lose it, you've got to go up on the other one and re-reeve a backup halyard. So it's all very cool. 2 Spinnaker poles. They have to have storage off the mast in case the mast gets lost. You can use the 2 poles to set up a jury rig, and they've done all their jury rig trials. It's going to get very serious now. They've had a mixed bag coming down through the Atlantic with all sorts of different weather, frustrating, a few strong blows, all that sort of stuff. But now it gets serious, and heading into the Southern Ocean. But by the time they get here, they're sorted, and that's pretty much the case. All the boats coming across now towards Cape Town, they're tried and proven. Including the skippers. I mean, it's still psychologically a challenge for some of them. Some of them are really missing the lack of communication, and still wondering what's going to happen. And for pretty much all of them, Kirsten's got Southern Ocean experience, and I think that's all. I can't think of. Abelish and Tapio have got plenty of Southern Ocean experience, and Kirsten. Who else? I think that might be about all. Well, there'll be someone else there probably. I can't remember.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention. You already said it's the first time in the Southern Ocean for Simon. Yeah,
in fact, there's only 3
before.
I think that have got Southern Ocean experience: Tapio, Abelish, and Kirsten. So that's it. I think.
Maybe. Yeah.
So anyway, it is daunting when you go down the first time, but they've got a lot of legs now, a lot of experience, and the boats are all getting the miles. So all very cool. Okay, so we might leave Simon to his jobs. He's not dragging at the moment. The anchor line is slack, and he knows he's watching the weather. It'll all change the direction. He might get a sneak out of here. Probably motor out
you
for maybe half a
the
mile.
competitor, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I was impressed because as a girl, and I'm not a sailor, I was thinking, he will be
You're a
happy to see
sailor.
people, he will be happy to see captain, and actually
still a
he's
race.
just happy to see the wind,
Yeah.
and he's, which is normal.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows that it's all about getting a break, and if he gets out of here, he might get a lucky break, hit a system that goes. And if he doesn't get a lucky break, he needs all the lead time in front of the others as he can make. So it must be a good feeling. I've never been winning a race before, but it must be.
You win the Transat in your category.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, sorry.
Last
my
year
mini.
at that time.
I won the seniors division.
Actually, I need to tell you guys, Don was at sea. Don
We
was at
digress.
sea last year, exactly at that time. He was crossing the Atlantic. He's very strange or beautiful for some people, strange for others. 580 homemade boat.
Yeah, okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, so I won the seniors division, but don't tell anyone I was the only one in it. Anyway, so so that's all cool. We're going to depart now and head back to the club and leave him to it. And when we come back, we'll sit on the road here. You can see him from the road and watch him sail away, probably. So I'm just.
What must be very difficult for them is to see the restaurant, the burgers and everything, because they are only 200 meters, not even 200 meters from the waterfront.
Yeah, 2 trees. There's a few people up there now. Anyway, thanks to our driver. Thank you. Good job. Got us here just in time.
And thanks. Oops, how I do that? Big
Yeah.
thank you to our Don McIntyre who did the comment, and to
our volunteers.
our team too, of
Yeah,
course,
put some
because
lights down.
they are all volunteers and we all come here in a big rush and they all work hard. But to this guy too, because he do the comments, he do the race, he did all the technology, and so that's all for today.
They're all
Thank
getting
you,
bored.
Don.
They're all complaining. So thanks for that. We hope this. I hope this. Oh, jeepers. Okay, something's gone wrong here. I'll turn off now before we